Hello, you. I trust you are well. Yes, I know it has been a while, and I do apologize for that. Anyway, you're here now. If you're new here, I welcome you wholeheartedly and warmly to my YouTube channel. And if you're returning, thank you for checking back in. As usual, my name is Oluwakemi Osege, and this is my creative space where I express the creative sides of me through the creation and decoration of beautiful and tasty cakes. So, why don't I show you the decorative parts of this cake I made a long time ago for a lovely grandma. Yes, this cake has been quite a while. The recording, I've been sitting in my gallery for at least a year. Yes, so this client of mine contacted me, sent me an image of one of the cakes I created in the past and wanted me to recreate it for her mother with a few alterations, that the cake be cream, purple and green in color, and that there should be a surprise money box in it. So this cake was intended to be presented to the celebrant by her grandchildren. So I got this money box kit from Amazon. I think it's about $5.99 for I can't remember exactly, but it was around that cost. So, and the kit contained the box, that white box, and a few transparent sleeves. So there it is. I got the cash. Of course, she had to send me the cash, and I had to put them in the denominations she had requested. Once everything was set, and individually began to put the cash into the individual sleeves. Oh my goodness, this part of the exercise was a long thing. It took a while and it was tedious. Then I had to individually tape those individual sleeves together to make a long strip. And as you saw in the video, as you can see in the video, I sellotaped the stick that is supposed to pull the money out to the end of the last note. I then proceeded to now wrapping the box, rolling the money in a roll, putting it in the box, and then wrapping the box in cling film. Yes, the plastic is said to be food grade, but I took an extra step to protect it by wrapping it in cling film before inserting it into the cake. So that's the money and everything prepared. So my cake, of course, as you can see, has been baked, layered and filled with buttercream, filled with buttercream, and crumb coated with buttercream. I use meringue-based buttercream, which is eggs and granulated sugar, and of course vanilla extract for flavor and a pinch of salt. So I use the whole egg actually for my buttercream. I do not use, it's not meringue based, not just the egg white, it's the egg white and the egg yolks together to make this buttercream, and it's absolutely delicious. You should try it. Anyway, so going back to the processes, I've now proceeded to placing my box on top of the cake to mark out the area I need it to be in. So that entire cake was going to sit comfortably inside the cake without it being known by anybody unless you're aware of it. So yes, I marked out the area and then began to scoop out where I need to cut out. So there was quite a chunk of cake that had to come out. So and then proceeded to using my tablespoon to shovel out the pieces to make sure that I have a clean finish inside that hole. And that's the inside the hole. It looks clean, doesn't it? So I tested out my box to make sure that it fits in comfortably. So once I was satisfied, I then proceeded to crumb coat it that inside to ensure that the crumbs are properly sealed in, so that by the time I begin to decorate my cake proper, there will be no crumbs, no cake crumbs, no red velvet cake crumbs on my finishing decorating buttercream. And so, to give some sort of context, this cake was large. This cake was 9 inches, I believe, in circumference. Was it actually 10? No, I think it was 9 inches in circumference, and at least 8.5, or even not. I think it was 9 by 9 inches. So 9 inches tall and 9 inches in circumference, if I'm not mistaken. If I was not mistaken, if otherwise, it should be at least 8.5. Because I needed it to be tall and also to be big enough for to comfortably accommodate that box. So once I was satisfied, then I again put my cake back in the fridge to set, so that the comb coat and everything that I did inside will be properly set before then bringing it out to now commence the proper decoration. So here now I've now applied my meringue based buttercream generously using my large offset spatula. I first of all started from the top, then proceeded to the sides, applying them, and then using my metal straight scraper to smooth out and of course get rid of the excess buttercream. So as you saw again, I started from the top and then proceeded to the sides. This process can take a while because you need a few swipes around the cake to get a smooth finish. Again, that can depend on how smooth you want your cakes to be. Sometimes you don't really require it to be smooth, maybe because there's going to be other things all around the cake, but with this one I actually require it to be smooth. Again, at intervals I placed it in the fridge to set, to allow me again to continue without without so much of a hassle. Yes, so all I was simply doing was now filling in the gaps or dents, scraping it off again to give it to have a resulting smoother finish. And once I was satisfied, I placed it back in the fridge again to set before I now proceeded to the next stage, which is the stenciling. I told you earlier that the client wanted a cream, purple and green colors for the cake, so I decided to cover the cake with cream color and then use the colored base buttercream or buttercream colored green and purple to do the stenciling. So this stencil is a floral pattern by Angela Morrison's. I'm forgetting the name of it has a name, but it's made by Angela Morrison's. So I initially started with the large side of it, created the floral pattern I wanted, and then apply dashes of edible gold dust to give it some shiny goldy effect. Not on all of them, but just strategically around on some of them. And then removed my stencil, placed my cake back in the fridge to set, washed the stencil and dried it. I needed to put that because I couldn't have continued because it's buttercream. The longer it stays outside, it begins to get soft and the task becomes more difficult. So it's important that at intervals before the next stage of the stenciling, you put it back in the fridge to set. So then I then again proceeded to the second part of the stenciling. This time around I'm using the green colored buttercream, another design of the floral design on the top of the cake. Applied some dashes of edible gold dust. Once I was satisfied with that, I put the cake again back in the fridge to set, washed and dried my stencil, and then moved on again to the next stage of the stenciling until I was satisfied and done with the stenciling all around the cake. Yes, there it is. Using the three colors I used to decorate the cake, that's the cream, green and the purple, I began to put it in the piping bag to create a multicolored shell border, around the cake, at the top and of course at the bottom. So just simply piping all around the top of the cake and the bottom, and then proceeded again to randomly pipe some design all around the cake as well. Randomly applied some edible gold, some edible pearls on those pipes, floral thing I piped around the cake, and then finished up with my silver finishing spray to give it some glittering effect. Here I am preparing the inedible floral arrangements for the cake, or floral decoration for the cake, and that's the cake topper I created for the celebrant, which I created myself anyways. Just simply says happy 80th birthday grandma, and that's me inserting the cake topper and of course the floral arrangements on the cake. That cake topper was actually inserted in the stick that was coming out, which is attached to the money. So when the celebrant is pulling out this cake topper, it will be inadvertently pulling out the wads of cash from the cake. So I then finished this off again with some inedible gold balls, and now I'm applying edible gold leaves to finish it up. That's my cake completely decorated. Doesn't it look lovely? Doesn't it look yummy and inviting? Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'd love to read from you. And I thank you once again for watching. Don't forget to like. Again, don't forget to leave me a comment. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Here is the grandma at her event, pulling out her money from her cake. This video was actually sent by the client. I was pleased. Sometimes, most of the time I get my clients send me a video of their cake at their event. It's always really appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.